But is there anything we need to fear out here in these woods? Oh my God. That just said the really longest drawn out demon. Back in the swamp. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the last two videos we did, spirit box sessions. Well, it was one session, 2 videos. I walked back in with the Hack Shack app and tried to get some more information on the missing hiker poles. And we did get bits and pieces of stuff. I honestly feel there is some weird dark energy back there, because in all 3 videos that we've gone back there, you know, we've been told there's something behind you, don't look behind you. I've seen it. By the light of the moon it comes out. Demons. It wants us to fear it. Twice it said that we should fear it. And then when I asked why in the last session we should fear it, it said delaying ego. That didn't mean anything to me, right? Until I started looking at psychology, and delaying of ego is part of the process for breaking willpower. Makes sense. It's an answer that makes sense, and it's terrifying. So I definitely feel there's something dark back there, but I don't know that it has anything to do with what I'm trying to get to, which is why those hiker poles were on this trail. I mean, they brought it up to us saying that there was a drowning, and we've gone through, we've tried to do our research, we've gotten names, and when I ask about the names, I don't get any definitive answers. Where I'm going with this is I am back in the swamp, and I'm going to try again. So I'm going to just be blunt and honest about this. I've contacted Grant again and said, hey, let's go do this. Let's get the water fountain here and do it. The spirits said in the last session, absolutely needed for Grant to come back. They said absolutely needed. And when I went on a little tirade, because the word absolutely is like a canned response that I've heard multiple times, I didn't catch that it said absolutely and then needed afterwards. I just heard the absolutely part, and then I got all upset, right? I'm like, oh, this is canned nonsense, and I'm giving the spirits hell. And the spirit box comes back on, the Hack Shack, and it says, I said needed. It's like they were telling me, hey, it wasn't just a canned response. So to me, that tells me they're using, if there is some kind of database, I have no proof that there is, but if they are using, I've heard the same words, a few of them over and over. So there's got to be something to that, right? They're using those words to answer my questions, even if there is. But 95% of the words I hear are new every time I go, so I can't explain it. I've looked at how much space is used on the phone. There's 0 data used because I'm not connected to anything with the Hack Shack. And it's like a few hundred kilobytes. So how could you have a database of words with only a few hundred kilobytes? I don't know. But there are cohesive answers that make sense. Anyway, where I'm going with this is Grant is giving me a hard time. Bad attitude, poor attitude, basically saying, you know, the last videos we shot together, mine were too similar to his. Well, I'm sorry, I invited him out, took him to the log cabin, went with him to do the murders on the north, da-da-da. He doesn't like that my videos look the same as his. Well, I can't do anything about that. We're both there filming, right? He has a chip on his shoulder that my channel owes him something, and you know what, I'm kind of done with the poor attitude. So I'm going to go back by myself. But this time, I'm going to bring one more secret weapon. I have purchased the Necrophonic app, and this video is going to be done entirely with this app, and just to see if we can get more information. Now, they also told me at the end of the last video that I needed to check again for missing people, because I said, I feel that there really is no one here missing. This person just got lazy and left these hiking poles, and there's no mystery, that's what it was. And we actually got an EVP on the camera which said check, and then the spirit box, Hack Shack, came on and said again. Well, I did that. I spent 2 hours this morning. The little rural community I live in up here, guys, there are no missing people. They have 8 cases, and the oldest ones go back 50 plus years. So there is nobody missing that has not been accounted for in this area. Now, they have found a few. There were some that were missing last fall. They've been found. And these are all cases of people who seem to be runaways or you know, drug problems, and they move from city to city. This is what I could find in my research. There was 5 cases. They've all been found, and nothing on somebody going missing while just hiking, or none of the names that we were given have shown up. Anyway, let's hike a little closer to the poles and turn on the app and see what we get. Okay, started the app. Scary. I was just thinking in my head, does this thing ever stop? Lots of people swear by this app. Oh God, it said demon. Is there someone missing back here in the woods? What was the name of the woman who left those poles on the trail? I don't know if there's anything to this. What am I not seeing when I checked again? I'm not finding any missing persons. So I've turned it off here for a minute because I've never used it. I've never had any experience with it. There's a lot of information coming through here. How is it getting that information? I don't know. Is it scanning radio channels? I believe that's how it's working. I don't know. I am connected to the internet with my phone. Again, it has a very small download. So it's not that small actually. It's 180 megabytes, I think. So there could actually be a database of words with this one. 180 megabytes could be a lot of words. I don't know. Again, I'm only making out every 4th word that's coming across here. I just thought this would be cool if we record it and we go back and listen. There'll be lots of information there. Where the Hack Shack, I'm not getting any responses sometimes for 10 minutes at a time. I think it just adds to the creep factor. Turn the reverb on, it seems to make the answers a little longer. Dude. That's not my name. Dude again. Female voice that time. Can you say my name? If you can say my name, I think we can establish that there's some kind of... Who drowned back here? Oh, it just said his name. Reese. Oh, shivers down the back of my neck. What was Reese's last name? See, now the shivers have started down the back of my neck. So there's just a lot of stuff coming through here, guys. I mean, if I wasn't recording this, I wouldn't be able to go back. I'm only catching 1/5 of what's coming through this thing. I have no experience with this thing. I find it extremely unnerving that we're talking about the dark presence back here. I turn it on, within 15 seconds it says demon. Does it say that often on this Necrophonic app? I don't know. I also find it interesting that I asked who drowned back here and it says the kid's name. R-H-Y-S, Reese. Apparently that's how you pronounce it. I had a bunch of people tell me that. Like Reese's Pieces, Reese. R-H-Y-S. And it just said his name. Now, is that coincidence? I don't think so. I'm going to ask you to tell us, to break down what was the series of events that led to that hiker leaving their poles on the trail? Go ahead and tell us. It's a fall. That's the second time I thought I heard that. Did she fall? Now, if she fell, you would think she would need the poles to help her get out. If you hurt your leg, it would be easier to walk out with poles, right? But that is one of the main theories that you guys have postulated online, is that the hiker got injured, needed her hands to either carry a pet or get herself out, and left the poles behind. Does that make sense to me? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I swear I just heard this thing say fall twice in that. I think that's what we're going to have to do, is ask a question, let this thing go for 30 or 40 seconds. It spits out a whole bunch of answers and see if any of them make sense in correlation to the question that I just asked. If I just let this thing run and go, it's got so much stuff coming through there, I don't think I can make sense of it. All right, I'm still trying to establish whether you're really talking to me through this box, spirits. If you are, say my name or my dog's name. Say my name nice and clear. I keep hearing the names of dead people that I know. Dave, Doug. Didn't hear my name, but maybe on replay, I don't know. If any of you guys are using the Necrophonic app and have had good success with it, comment down below. What are the best settings? Reverb, white noise, echo? Do you have all of them on? Do you just have one of them on? Right now, I'm only using reverb only. It seems that if I turn everything off, the answers are very short, almost cut off. If I turn reverb on, it kind of extends the answers. I can hear it a little bit better. I don't know. Is this phony baloney? All right. We're going to ask the Hack Shack app if the Necrophonic app works. I know you spirits can communicate with me through this app, so tell me, are we going to get good answers, pertinent answers using Necrophonic? Or is it made just for entertainment? It costs enough. It cost me 15 bucks. Oh, we're at the creepy corner. Maybe we'll just sit down and try both apps here. See if we can use the power of the granite outcropping here. I'm gonna make my way right up on top of that granite. I'm gonna stand on it. Male voice. Alright, we're going to switch back to Necrophonic. The person who drowned back on the trail was having death issues, which leads me to believe crossing over issues. What do you have to say about that? I think this app is just throwing out a bunch of scary words. Okay, I keep hearing the word demon over and over from this thing. If my spirit team is here and they're doing their job, which I know they would be, why do I keep hearing that? Who is on my spirit team? Who's here today? Okay, so I'm pretty sure I heard the name Jim twice there. But they're throwing out so many names and things, I mean, this could be random. Turning the reverb off. See how the answers seem to be cut off? I just have a feeling that this is just entertainment purposes only, this thing. I don't know, guys. I'm not making I mean, a couple times it said things right away, right? But it's saying so many things. Is that just a case of it says enough stuff, it's going to say something you want to hear? Yeah, I'll probably be able to pick out more when I play this back and replay it and pick out word after word kind of thing, but I don't know. Did I just waste 15 bucks? I don't know. I really wish this thing would say my name so that I could determine that I'm dealing with something that has intelligence. There, it said my name. It said my name. But is there anything we need to fear out here in these woods? Oh my God. That just said the really longest drawn out demon. Okay, I'm gonna just talk for a minute as I climb down off this granite and not run either app. I honestly believe, guys, that it has a lot to do with the person's spirit who's asking the questions. You know, if you don't believe in any of this, A, you wouldn't be out here doing it. But I think you have to know, truly know, deep down that there is more, and communicate and send out purposeful questions and thoughts as if you're actually going to get an answer and expect an answer, which I do. And I get answers. And I think that's a big part of it, is that Grant and I both know there is more to this reality than what most people, most people don't want to touch that with a 20-foot pole, right? I get up, I go to work every day, I come home, I have a few beers, I watch my show, I go to bed and repeat, right? And people are happy to do that. I don't. I'm inquisitive, I'm questioning, I want to know, I want proof. And I believe, I honestly, 100% believe that I am communicating with something and that it communicates with us through the apps, through coincidences in life, through, various things that have happened, dreams. And I think you have to have that personality, those traits for this to work. Now, I have my doubts because I've never used the new app, but I gotta tell you already, I've heard at least 4 or 5 pertinent things with my ear. There's just so much coming out. Maybe that's the problem, is that it's overload, right? I'm doubting it because there's so much stuff coming through, but it said the kid's name that drowned. It said my name when I asked. It said a couple of people that I know that have died in the last couple of years. It said their names repeatedly. Are they trying to tell me something? When I asked about spirit guides on my team, I'm pretty sure I heard the name Jim twice. So I just have to go home and analyze what's on here. This is just a test of Necrophonic today, guys. Let's go home and analyze it and see what we get.